What is up, fellow travelers? Aaron, the Old Man Gamer here, and we're back with some more low-sodium game time featuring Dark Souls 3. So this may be the last episode of Dark Souls 3. So we are basically in endgame territory here. So what we're going to do...
Speak thine heart's desire.
So first we're going to level up.
Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Let's see, what do I want to level up? I want to level up... 19. I think we're okay at hit points. I want to level up some stamina because we're going into a boss fight and stamina is a big deal. So, we have 37,000 souls left.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
So, we are going to...
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
We are going to buy some stuff. So, embers. Let's see, and we'll take the remaining in Dragon Slayer Great Arrows because they'll prove
Ashen
useful
One,
in the next game
be sure to bring
when we do New
more
Game
souls.
Plus. So, we're going to do some Estus reallocation as well.
Ah, well met. 'Tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give us 13.
Pretty be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Alright. Now, if you're just going for the regular ending, you would place the Ashes of Lords up on all these pedestals. But we're not. We're going to
Welcome home, Ashen One.
do something else. So we are going
Speak thine
to...
heart's desire.
We're going to give the Firekeeper her eyes.
Ashen One, are these eyes? How gracious of thee, Ashen One. The very things we Firekeepers have been missing.
So that will allow you to summon her and do the ending of fire finish. So there's 4 different finishes. The ending of fire is the one I like the most. The Lord of Hollows ending was a lot of work, and I really didn't feel that I enjoyed it very much in the end. Usurpation of Fire is an ending that I don't like personally because, this is the Firekeeper. She's your friend. The Usurpation of Fire is basically the same as the ending of Fire. The difference is right before you do the end, you attack the Firekeeper and steal the fire from her and become the Lord of Cinders, basically.
Ashen One, my thanks for the eyes thou hast given. But Firekeepers are not meant to have eyes. It is forbidden. These will reveal through a sliver of light frightful images of betrayal. A world without fire. Ashen One, is this truly thy wish? Of course. I serve thee and will do as thou bidst. This will be our private affair. No one else may know of this. Stay thy path. Find lords to link the fire, and I will blindly tend to the flame until the day of thy grand betrayal. Farewell, Ashen One. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
And once you give the Firekeeper her eyes, you notice the music changes immediately. So, one of the things we're going to do, we're going to switch to our dark weapon. Going to two-hand it, because the Soul of Cinder is a tough fight. Oh, what we're going to do, we should do Lothric first, and it's easier. So normally you can do this after you claim the ashes from each one. But I always do it at the end because there's no reason not to. So like if you were given some kind of advantage in this game where you say, okay, well I've placed X number of ashes, you know, I would get a certain bonus. So like say you get more hit points or whatever. That's Ringfinger Lionel right there. So now the Firekeeper is moving. You don't really see her walking around very much, but she's going to be going over to the fire to ask the previous Lord of Cinders to grant us their power. So we're going to go into a cutscene as soon as we talk.
The 5 lords sit their 5 thrones, all thanks to thee, most worthy of lords. Ashen One, with the lords as thy witness, bend thy knee afore the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the lords' embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord, fit to link the fire. Farewell, Ashen One. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
So now we'll do the we'll kneel before the fire and receive the power of the lords. So at this point we won't be able to talk to Ludleth anymore. We'll still be able to transport souls, oddly enough.
Noble Lords of Cinder, the fire fades. And the lords go without thrones. Surrender your fires to the true heir. Let him grant death to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
So basically what she's doing is she's showing the lineage of the original Dark Souls. So Lordran was the land that we were in. And the first flame was tended by Gwin. So you could either usher in the Age of Dark, like this fire right here. I don't know what the purpose of lighting this fire is, because we don't ever do anything in this location. So this is Firelink Shrine. Everything is in darkness. And we're basically in the future. So, we're going to step out here. There's a teleporty thing right here. It looks like a bonfire, but it's not actually a bonfire. Okay, so here we are in the kiln of the first flame. So technically speaking, this is the same area as in Dark Souls 1. That right there is a teleporty bonfire thing. It's not an actual bonfire, but it'll lead us to the drag heap. That over here is a real bonfire. So we're going to light this. I don't think we'll just rest really quick to make sure we have this. So we are using our dark infused greatsword because what is going to happen is we're going to fight the Soul of Cinder, and the Soul of Cinder has immunity to fire, so pyromancies are not going to be as good against him. Fire weapons are not going to be as good against him, but dark weapons hopefully will do just as good as they would normally do if they... Okay, so there he is. That is the Soul of Cinder. He's going to be an amalgam of various... And this guy's going to hit like a truck. He's the Soul of Cinder. He's the final boss. Ooh, pain. He's not going to give you a lot of room to move around. Okay, he's in caster mode. This is actually the easiest. Okay, this is the one I don't like because he jumps around a lot. And now he's got those homing crystal soul masses on him. Just gonna have to pick our shots here. Okay, let's see. Back to sword mode again. He's got several different modes he can be in. Alright. Yeah. Just gotta get your roll timings done properly. Now you know why Okay, oh, this is Lance mode. Lance mode is a pain too. Lose my lock on this guy. I'll probably end up getting killed here. What? I'm not going to survive the second phase. Yeah, I just need to get my roll timings down better. I was doing pretty good for a small amount of time, but you got to get your roll timings down with this guy. He's not an easy boss by any stretch of the imagination. Let's see. Put that on too. Okay. First time's always tough with the Soul of Cinder because his attacks vary wildly. Now, if you actually want to go into this fight and have it be a total joke, go the Lord of Hollows ending. You'll have two summons that you could do. You get the Londor Paleshade and you get Yuri of Londor, and they basically turn this guy into a chump. Okay, this is not going. You get your timing just slightly off, and basically it's over. The other half is you got to remember there's all kinds of disruptions on this battlefield. Okay, this is getting stupid here. Okay. Power within now. He's in lance mode. What? Oh, that was BS. Okay. Oh, do I do that? Okay, I could throw pyromancies at you too. That's those homing crystal soul masses that are gonna kill me. Yeah, I still got him on him. Really don't have enough to survive his next phase. Yeah, buddy. I could throw pyromancies at you too. Yeah, that was no good. Okay. We're getting better. We're getting into the second phase with enough Estus so we could actually potentially survive it. It's just a question of us getting the right roll timings down to be able to get him. It's not easy, and final bosses never are. And we're talking Dark Souls. So, just off the bat, okay, this is not going well, obviously. And some fights won't. Yeah, it's... Oh, come on. Okay. Alright, buddy. Let's go. Nope, no grab attacks for you, buddy. Oh, you're gonna kick me, huh? Oh. Spicy. Okay, I see your attacks. That's okay. Oh, lightning time, huh? Nope, nope, nope. Oh, what's with the kicking today, huh, buddy? What? Oh, that's BS. Nope. Come and get me. You know where I am. Oh no, we're not playing this life. I got caught in this once already. We're not doing this again. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Come here. You have to come get me, buddy. Alright. Doing better. Okay. We might actually survive this one. We're getting close. But that doesn't mean we should get cocky here, because this is when the BS starts coming in. Okay. That's done. Nope, 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 nope. Sorry, buddy. Nope, 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 sorry. Not about that life. Oh, here we go, BS time. God damn it, it's your turn to get off my lawn. Soul of Cinder, get off my lawn. And stay out of my yard. Okay, that has taken us quite a number of tries and about 2 episodes worth of trying. So basically what I'm going to do, collect my souls here, not that I'm going to get anything back. So, what I'm going to do with this, I'm basically going to knit together 2 episodes, and we're going to try to put together an episode that's sort of coherent, because I died about 6 times, and the 3rd and 4th time I died, it was really kind of short and embarrassing. But we are now heading into the end of the game. So you see the bonfire right there. If we light the bonfire, we link the fire and become the next Lord of Cinder, and we keep the cycle going. If we go to the summon side here, we summon the Fire Keeper and she'll snuff out the flames. So what we're going to do is we're going to summon the Fire Keeper and we're going to do the ending of Fire Ending. Yes, we're going to summon the Fire Keeper. So, unless you want to do the usurpation of Fire Ending, I suggest you put your joystick down in an area where it won't get knocked over or hit. Because if during that last part, when the Firekeeper gathers the flames, there is a short moment where you can touch the joystick and cause the usurpation of fire ending, as opposed to the ending that we want. So, like I said, unless you want the usurpation of fire ending, put your joystick down, leave it alone, keep your hands away from it, grab hold of your pets, keep your little children away from the joysticks, no controllers in harm's way, just watch the cutscene.
The first flame quickly fades. Darkness will shortly settle. But one day, tiny flames will dance across the darkness. Like embers linked by Lord's Pass. Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?
Okay, and that is Dark Souls 3. So, some thoughts on Dark Souls 3 and the Dark Souls series in general. So we did a lot of cheesy BS in this game, and a lot of that is because I've played this game so many times that I've figured out ways to make life easy when I play it. This is a game I play recreationally. I do this stuff for fun. This is not a chore or a trial for me because it's something that I do. It's something that I love. Dark Souls 3 was my first Dark Souls game. I went in not knowing anything about the Souls series, and I've come to love the genre itself because it gives me something that I didn't get from a lot of other games. A lot of other games you could tone down the difficulty, and you could sort of like ease your way past the boss in cheat mode, where you lower the difficulty to the point where they're a joke. And yeah, it's easy and fun to play, but there's no challenge. And Dark Souls gives me that challenge, and I like it, and it's a world that I enjoy being in, particularly 1 and 3. I was not so enamored with number 2 because where you could see a direct lineage between Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3, you really had to stretch that. And even in Dark Souls 3, where they tried to show lineage to Dark Souls 2 with like Laddersmith Gilligan, the windmills, the references to certain things in Dark Souls 2, there's really no direct lineage between the two. So the thing about Dark Souls 2 is that Dark Souls 2 was developed by someone else other than Hidetaka Miyazaki. Hidetaka Miyazaki at the time was working on Bloodborne. So the feel of the game in Dark Souls 2 is more like a Souls-like than an actual Souls game. So it's almost like you took the Souls engine and you put together a game that looked like a bunch of different zones slapped together. Which it kind of was, because if you know the development of Dark Souls 2, it was very troubled. And it was a far more ambitious game than it actually was. So, before Scholar of the First Sin, it was really a giant cluster. And Scholar of the First Sin gave the game a little more continuity and a lot more streamlining. So it actually seemed like something was going on in a direction it was meant to be like that. But I didn't enjoy it. There was a lot of stuff in the game that I didn't like. Dark Souls 3 to me was a much more solid game. As an old school D&D player, an old school adventure gamer, this is kind of what I envisioned adventure gaming to be like. Where you're going in there, you're fighting a lot of really tough monsters, you're progressing, you're gaining strength, you're finding cool new weapons, you're doing stuff. And if you've got the skill and you've got the persistence, I guess is the best word, you will be able to complete this game. And I'm an old man. I'm, pushing 50, which is old in gamer terms, because, face it, if you have clear memories of seeing Space Invaders in the arcade when it was the newest, coolest technology out there, by gamer terms, you're an old man. And because my skills aren't the greatest, my reflexes aren't the greatest, it's basically, if the gist of it is, if I can beat this game, you can beat this game. Anybody who puts their mind to it and has the drive and the will to succeed in this game, you can beat it. It's not hard. It's just a question of being able to do it. So that's my thoughts on Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls in general. I enjoyed the experience of this one, Dark Souls 1 as well. Bloodborne is a favorite. I'm trying to figure out a way to play Demon Souls without, the PS3 lag issues and stuff like that. I've seen people do it on the emulator. I'm going to try to do that as well, because I really want to see that. Because I've seen people play it. It looks really fun. It kind of looks more D&D than even Dark Souls 3 is. But that's going to be something for another time. Next game in the Low Sodium Game Time series will be Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm going to be doing that one. I'm probably going to go New Game Plus on that one, just to avoid having to go through the whole tutorial section. The gameplay aspects itself are the same, but it's just not the... it's not as... intensive on, hey, here's a skill you need to learn. Let's have a section of the game where you need to do it, kind of thing. So it'll be a Horizon Zero Dawn and chill session, just like this was sort of Dark Souls and chill. So until then, I will bid you all safe travels, and we will basically get through this cutscene area. So it's asking us if we want to go into a new game, and we're going to say no. It'll take us back to Firelink Shrine. And before I say farewell for Dark Souls 3, just a little note. When we get back to Firelink Shrine, we will have the Soul of Cinder. We can convert that into a miracle and some others, and a weapon. We can buy the Titanite slab.
Wow.
So the Shrine Maiden will have the Titanite slab available for purchase. It'll be 30,000 souls. Buy that, because we can. And also, you will have the final armor set. It is right here. This is the Soul of Cinder's armor. It's alright. It's not the best armor out there, but it's a fun set to play with. It looks, it has a good look to it. You can mix and match with stuff. So I prefer the Artorias armor and some of the other stuff out there, but it's a good set. Not entirely necessary, but you could pick it up. If you go into New Game Plus, this armor will still be available inside the Shrine Maiden's shop, so you can pick it up then. But
Ashen
that's
One,
all for now.
Be sure to bring more souls.
So, if you're still playing this game at this point, you know, this is the time when you could do to wrap up any loose ends before you go into New Game Plus, any optional bosses you want to tackle, areas you'd want to explore some more. That's the time to do it. But we're done for now. As I said, I bid you safe travels, and we will see you again in the next low sodium game time. This next one will be Horizon Zero Dawn. So until then, stay safe. I'll see you again soon.